mate. But it should still. Oh, here we are. Now we're live.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
Now, oh, well, at least for that. Oh,
Yeah, now I see it. I see
on the
it
move,
now.
man.
Oh no, you good, bro. Well, and that's the thing. I feel like part of the process is growing, and it takes time. It
Yeah,
honestly just
man.
takes time.
Like for
And
me, yeah, go for it, bro.
oh no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, for me, it's not like everyone that has different motivators. Some people it's about getting paid by YouTube. I get off on everything that I learn. I mean, that to me, that's the real payoff. Who we become
Yes.
by trying to
Yes.
do what we. That's the real. For me, that's the real reward. If later
And
on it makes it, so be it.
well, and the thing is, money can't replace happiness.
Nah,
So the happiness that I get, like we were saying earlier, from comments and people enjoying the content, that's what gives me the joy because I feel like if you do anything and the only reason you do it is strictly for monetary gain, it's easy to burn out
yeah.
because in this YouTube thing, it's going to be a while before you start making money.
Oh yeah, that's
So
definitely.
do you have the mindset to keep going until that happens? Because the 4,000 watch hours, like we were just talking about, the 1,000 subscribers, even having 1,000 subscribers, you still have to wait before you get to 4,000 watch hours.
That's right, man. And you've got to be. You might even get to your 4,000 watch hours real quick, but you still got to wait until you're at least on the platform for a minimum of 12 months as well
Uh
before
huh.
they can even go to your account and check it all. And yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's a long process. But I think in any business, if you're in it for the money, if that's your number one denominator, if that's your denominator, I don't think you do too well. You've got to
Mm-mm.
be in it for the love. The money comes afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think that's the way to be for any industry. Yeah, I've always learnt
What?
that.
And and my thing is, I'm gonna lift weights anyway because I personally enjoy the benefits of this hobby. I've had so many hobbies over the years. This one and that one. I don't even have enough fingers to name them. But it's something about weightlifting and exercise that makes you feel better about yourself. So,
I totally agree with that, man. Like, and a lot of people they train for the physical gains, and like I tell my son all the time, I've got a 20-year-old. I've got a lot of sons actually. I've got five sons and one daughter.
very
But my
nice.
oldest one, I try and get the oldest one into training. I'm trying my hardest to get him back into training. And I tell him all the time, and I mean, it's not just about the physical gains, I mean, when you do legs, cortisol, there's testosterone levels that are
Mm-hmm.
raised. You doing legs. I think human growth is also released naturally every time you train legs.
Uh-huh.
Endorphins, dopamine, and exactly what you see. It makes you feel better. That's why I do it because it's a mood enhancer. And if we're
Yes.
trying to be content creators where we need a lot of clarity and a lot of focus mentally, what better way to aid it with some exercise? Otherwise, you're going to burn out, man, especially
Yeah.
doing YouTube. True.
Yeah.
Like editing, sometimes I spend. How long would you spend on one of your videos, like from training to
Um,
creating and being ready to press
so
upload?
normally I my videos what I and my mindset is a little bit strange because I want to be different than everybody else. And it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. You have your fitness channels where they break down what muscle is what and what you're targeting, and those are great. But that's not me. So my mentality is I want people to have an experience. When they come to the weightlifting geek, I want them to get a little fitness. I want them to get a little motivation. I want them to get a little geek humor because I'm crazy. We're going to have it
Right.
all. So you
Authentic.
pop your popcorn and you enjoy the movie.
That's good, man. That's authentic. But do you think you do a lot of talking but on your videos? Me, without even talking on them, it takes me about. I think I spend about 4 hours on a video. Like if I've really paid some editing attention to it, it takes me about 4 to 5 hours to finalize a video. To be
It
able to
takes
hit up.
me about an hour and a half.
Wow. You use computer though for your editing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be going off the smartphone. I use Video Guru on the smartphone.
Okay.
But if I use the laptop, I'll use Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. It does a good job. I haven't actually used this camera in a long time, man. I'm quite surprised that my laptop camera. It's not too bad. The resolution's a bit crap, but yeah, man. Like it's a 10-year-old laptop and it's still pumping, still cranking, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
because I haven't downloaded anything off Pirate Bay. See, that's why.
I remember Pirate Bay.
Remember Pirate Bay? They shut it down and it came back. Oh, mate, that was awesome. We could get everything on there, man. Programs, music, pictures, and then they took it down. Luckily, they're back up again, but I don't really use it anymore.
Yeah, I haven't used that in, I know, 10, 12 years. But
yeah, man, ever since they used to be like the place to go, Pirate Bay. And ever since I stopped doing that, I found that my computers last a lot longer since I stopped mucking around with downloading into the hardware itself. Now, if I'm going to muck around with downloads, I'll get an external hard drive and I'll download it into an external hard drive instead. Make sure it gets scanned, make sure they're all safe before. I guess that's how I got a decade out of this one. Yeah, I'm planning to upgrade probably next year if it lasts that long.
Oh no, you got it, bro.
So then I can start editing with the computer, man. I think it saves a lot of time, and there's some Video Effects Pro. Not sure, can't quite remember the name of the one that Sean Cannell was suggesting, but there's a really good one out there. I'm not sure if it's FX Pro, but yeah, it's a computer software that I would like to start using on my channel as well. But until then, smartphone, man.
I hear you.
What's the weather like over there? Warm?
Yeah, it's still pretty summer. It's starting to cool off a little bit, so we're in the 70s, 80s.
We've just kicked into spring. We're on our fourth day of spring, so it's starting to warm up a little bit. Yeah, man, this winter was shocker, freezing winter, man. I hate it, especially for training. It's well, you can't win, winter or summer. It's hard to train anytime.
It is.
Yeah, bro, it's good to catch up with you, man. It's good to catch up with you. It's good to connect, and it solidifies what we're doing because it's no longer that I'm talking to just me.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like it's cool, man. I appreciate that. That you I appreciate you showing up for it as well, bro. Because for me, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to connect, network, and I think that's what a lot of people are fearful of. I sort of get that feeling on YouTube that it's
true.
I don't know, man. I think you know what I'm trying to say though. Eh? When you try and connect, it's like they're standoffish on the two a little bit.
And this has always been my perspective is you can't be successful by yourself. And that's why I mention the things that I mention on Wednesdays and Thursdays in the motivational minutes, because the things that you know and the things that I know together make us great. But if I'm afraid to share mine and you're afraid to share yours, then we're both only half good. And like we were saying earlier, there's 8 billion people on the planet. So if somebody is subscribed to Trailblaze, they can be subscribed to me too. And we still have people that we haven't even touched yet.
And it's enough to go around for everybody. Like this is a platform that there is no shortage of audience. We just have to tweak into the right spot of it. You know what I mean? Because for example, the most developed thing in the last 20
Yes.
years. This
Yes.
thing, magic, man. Like,
Yes.
there's people in the middle of the bush
Yes.
in remote areas that
Yes.
you can't even fly a chopper into, but they're sitting there with a telephone watching the
Yes.
weightlifting geek doing his deadlift. You know what I mean? That's the beauty. We've got powers now that, like AI, artificial intelligence, bro.
Yeah.
That's coming. You know what I mean? Like, that's already here. It's not coming. It's already here
Yeah.
and in
Yeah.
development. And we've got powers now that we call magic. We used to call magical powers, but we were already cyborgs, bro. Like, this is a machine extension of ourselves, the computer, the phone. And if we don't add on to our excuse me, if we don't add on to our machine extension of ourselves, we're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
Eventually, either by technology or by people.
And that's kind of what I want with my channel is I want a personalized feel because I want you to enjoy the environment. So it takes me so long to edit because I record. Oh, that's Nick. I know
Yeah,
Nick.
bro.
I'm subscribed to his channel. He's got great content.
Yeah,
What's up,
great work
Nick?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, he's got
So
great content.
he really does. He really does. Oh, that reminds me. How do you keep up with videos of your subscribers? Because I'm always about a day behind because there's so many of my subscribers that make content like Nick, but I enjoy everybody's content and I do the best I can to watch them throughout the day and to keep up.
During the week when I'm going flat out, like training and having to upload, I'm not as engaging. But when I have a day off, that's when I like to go and binge watch. Like, I like to
Okay.
hit Eric's channel, Eric
Uh-huh.
EL3. It's awesome, bro. I like to watch his stuff. I get a lot of inspiration from his channel. And Mike Rushton, for example, I
Yes.
catch up. When I have a day off, I binge watch everybody's channel. Sometimes I don't comment on everybody's videos,
Yeah.
but I definitely play a lot of their content because
I got you.
you get a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas. Like, Nick's got great content as well. It might not be what we're doing, but
Yes.
we'll still be able to implement or apply part of it to what we're going to do next.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of YouTube, because there's a lot of minds on here working together, you know, and that's what I'm mostly interested in. Man. I think it'll help us grow a lot quicker by having that
Yeah,
attitude.
and that's the whole thing is in order to grow, you've got to work together. So if we share ideas, in the end, we all win. So
That's
I'm
it.
always open to do live streams because I learn and it's a beautiful process when it's done right.
Exactly right, man. Exactly right. And I love how some people are just so successful, and once they've even found some people on their channels have even found a way to sell a shout out. Like
Uh-huh.
Ken the Cowboy, have you Ken the Cowboy Rowland, or I think that's the name of the channel. He'll give you a shout out for $35. That's how well he knows his audience now,
Uh-huh.
that he's able to stick a tag to the shout out, man. Like, it's insane, like what people are doing with this, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to be at that level. You know, with a lot of hard work. That's why I'm doing these master classes, and I
Okay.
hope to one day join the VRA, the Video Ranking Academy, as well. There's a lot of good stuff to learn on there, because I'm pretty serious about this. I pretty much already see me as a YouTuber, full
Yes.
time
Uh-huh.
YouTuber. I
Yeah.
just don't get a cent for it.
Yes.
My missus said, "You don't even get paid for it." Yeah, but so what?
Well,
I get rewarded in other ways, you know.
and the funny thing is, with everything, no matter what your profession is, no matter what your line of work is, you don't start at the top. You have to work your way up. So people don't understand YouTube is a full-time job that you're trying to do part-time while you work full-time. It, it's
Yeah.
difficult. But when it catches and now you're able to do different things, it's because of your hard work that got you there. So
Exactly
I'm
right,
like
man.
you. It's a lifestyle. I'm going to do this because I enjoy it, and it's going to eventually pay off. But that's not my reason for doing it. I'm doing it because I enjoy it.
Well, yeah, exactly right. And it's always good to do something that you love because you don't even think about it. And I haven't had something like that happen to me since, like, for the last 8 years, I've been busy running a transport and removals company. And like I told you initially, I sort of started converting to the two because the initial lockdown took a big chunk of my business by closing the international borders.
Uh
Bang, they
huh.
went half of my business. So I had to go local. So I've been focused on local business until this last lockdown. This last lockdown was another stone on the grave. So
Oh
we've been,
man.
so it was good that I started this already with the projection that I'll be doing it long term because I can't see any business that was destroyed by the pandemic even recovering. There's no way it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not just my business. Hospitality is the biggest, probably the biggest hit. It's hospitality. Transport's
Yes.
next, but yeah, man, we just gotta and I love doing it. You know, it's good to do something that you love to do. That way, it's not
Yes.
work. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
haven't really felt that since karate, man. Martial arts. That was the last time I did something that
Oh wow.
for the love. Yeah, man. Before
Nice.
that, I was a karate instructor for a long time, but
Wow. Okay. Cool.
I put that on hold for to open up this transport and removals company for my son. And
Got you.
last 8 years, I've been working on that for him. And then we just caught this pandemic, which is pretty much put a hole in the road, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it looks like YouTube is just gonna have to be the new guy.
Hey,
that's,
YouTube, you're up.
that's it, bro. We're here to stay. That's awesome.
Well, and these are the moments that I enjoy because it's that boost of you're not in this alone, Joe. So the long nights of working a full-time job and then coming home and editing and all the things that come with it, it's nice to know that there's somebody else that's like-minded that's doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly right, bro. Another another great channel to keep an eye on. I'm not sure if you subscribe to him, bro. Watch your Max. But
Oh yeah,
you're a power lifter, aren't you? Yeah, you got to watch
yeah,
his channel, man.
yeah. Oh,
I don't know whether to sit down when I walk into his channel. I don't know whether to sit down or just stop training altogether because this guy lifts the whole thing up, bro.
yeah, yeah. Well, and it's funny because I call him my big brother because he was one of the first channels to really reach out. And what I love about him is he's always pushing me. So he's always commenting, When's your next PR video? But it's that motivation that I hit this on the bench. When are you gonna do this? So like right now he was asking matter of fact, last video or video before last, he was like, "So when do you think you're gonna get 500-pound deadlift?" So hey, it's that
Yeah.
motivation to keep going. That's my big brother.
I think his last one was quite interesting because he just did a 500. Was it 500? I think it was a 500 PR with no belt and no straps. So
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
decent one because without a belt, that's a lot of pressure, man. 500, it was 500. Thanks for confirming that, brother.
yeah,
Yeah, that was an awesome effort. That was an awesome effort. And
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He's
I don't think
strong.
I'll ever. I don't think I'll ever do that.
Well,
Not with
and,
that pop and the hemorrhoid.
and since Max is watching, I'm gonna let him know that I did get 450 today. So the video will drop soon, but I did get 450. So I'm only 50 pounds away, Max. I'm working on it. I'm trying to catch up with you.
It's coming for you, bro. That's awesome, bro. No, you got to keep pushing those PRs, mate. But my one, I held off on the deadlift, but I've got to get back into them, mate. This hernia just doesn't help, for the deadlift. I can't really risk it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
I
what you
think
mean.
it's the hinge, the hinging.
Yes.
I can't hinge with a hernia, man. It just puts too much pressure on it. So I thought, you know what? I'd rather keep training and do everything else than miss out on the deadlifts.
Yeah, because better to miss out on one exercise than to miss out on everything because you can't do it anymore.
That's right, man. That's right. And there's nothing worse. There's no worse feeling than not being able to do something that you used to do.
Yes.
Like I've had many injuries. I've had many injuries, and there's no worse feeling than that. Not even the pain of the injury itself is equivalent to the mental pain of not being able to do something that you used to do, man. That's terrible. Like when
It's
I
prison.
snapped, I snapped my knee, and I was like on one leg for about 6 months, and I had to work, bro. And if you go to my Facebook page, by lying, like even on crutches, I carried furniture. I had to.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't stop you. Otherwise,
Yeah.
your mind,
Mm-hmm.
it's even worse. Over the cliff.
It is. It's mental prison.
Bro. You got to keep going. Stay positive.
Yeah. And that's why my slogan is stay strong, stay positive, and stay active. Because those things, and being active doesn't necessarily mean powerlifting. Being active just means doing what you can do while you can do it.
Yeah, man. And I enjoy a variety of things. Like that's why I do calisthenics and I do weights, because I've got to keep changing it up. Otherwise, I get bored. With my own routine. And even though it's not that extensive, I'll probably do I do 4 days. My split's like 4 to 6, really. I do 4 days calisthenics. I'll take one day off, and then I'll do 6 days of weights, and then I'll take one day off. That's my usual thing. But not every week, or not every. I mean, that's about every 12 days. But not every week you feel the same, But that's my usual routine. But if I couldn't just do weights, I couldn't just continuously do weights, because I think that's not as beneficial. I think you need to do calisthenics. It works on different muscle groups and different fibers, and your fast twitch fibers as well. You got to work on those. But that's entirely up to everyone, individual opinion.
Well, and the funny thing is, I live with Taylor, and Taylor's a power lifter. He's the one, because before I met Taylor, I was only bench. That was all I did. I just bench pressed. I didn't deadlift and I didn't squat. But Taylor introduced me to deadlifting and squatting, and then Jesse does dynamic effort days, where it's similar to what you're saying. It's not heavy weight, it's lightweight, and it's just really working on form as opposed to grabbing the biggest thing you can grab and trying to move it.
Yeah.
So mixing all of those things in together helps a lot.
No, it does, man. It's like the burpee. I hadn't done any since I left martial arts in 2013, and I'm not exactly sure how long ago I started doing the burpees, but I initially got inspired to do them through Sean G's channel. Yeah, because he would do the prison style burpees, which is similar to the Navy SEALs and all that sort of stuff. And then from there, I started watching Wally Paul Fitness Time. Do you know him? Another great channel to subscribe to. This guy's a burpee killer, man. Seriously. He just chomps at the burpee like there's no tomorrow. So I initially started reintroducing them into my training routine. And man, they still kill me now. Like, I'll go in there and before I start.
Now, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, man. I'll go in there thinking I'm going to do 200 burpees, and then by the time I hit 20, it's like, I don't know about 200. Can you hear me? Hello? Hey, bro. Can you hear me? It's gone, eh? Hello? You can hear me?
It's a little bit delayed.
It's probably just a signal. I've got the kids coming
Yeah,
back from the
it
shops
froze. I can hear
with
your
their
audio, but
Can you?
your picture froze.
Okay. It's probably the kids coming back home from the shops with their iPads and their phones trying to reach the internet connection again, brother.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
bro. Well, yeah,
But I
think it's
really
starting
enjoyed
to
it, bro. We'll definitely do it again.
definitely, brother. It was good talking to you. Good connecting. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll see you on your channel,
Likewise.
man. I'll see you on your channel. Yeah, I'll see you around, brother. We'll do this again. Hopefully next time with
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see you on yours.
a training session or something next time. It's just a matter of getting the times right.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't
Yeah,
do too
definitely.
bad.
Definitely. Even if I just
Times
gotta
a bit
use
better.
some little
Or even if I
it's
train
about
earlier.
midnight.
Oh yeah. Even if I train
Yeah.
earlier that day, we hook up. We can probably do about. I usually train about 4 p.m., but I can just change my training session, and that way it's earlier for you as well. All right, brother.
Yeah.
I think it's time
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
I appreciate
Good to
it,
see
bro.
you.
I hope you Yes,
Good to
sir.
connect. All right,
That's
brother.
it.
I'll catch you.
All right.
I'll see you around.
Sounds good, bro. All right.